Thursday, January 8th, and we get college football playoffs. Ole Miss versus the Miami Hurricanes. And in this video, you are going to get the best player props for that game. On top of all of that, we have a great slate in the NBA in which I'm going to give you my favorite player props for that entire slate as well. And then we're going to follow all of that up with my favorite play on the sports books for the college football playoffs. So make sure you're paying attention. Make sure you're locking in and get ready to go bananas.
Sub to the channel, we drop picks on the daily, dropping knowledge every day, and you don't have to pay me. We just keep stacking wins while the rest moving lazy.
We just had another full sweep on the sports books, going 6-0 in premium, and we are going to keep on rolling through because we swept yesterday's free play. Now, I can't fully say that yet. We're only up by 11 points with 5 minutes left at the time of this recording with the Spurs, but we hit every single player prop, and we're going to try to do that again for you in this video. And on top of all of that, 200 likes on this video. I'm putting $100 of my own money on the sportsbook play of the day, and if and when that cashes, one of you that comments below will get all of the profits from that play. Also, you might as well just go ahead and subscribe because this is going to be the only channel you need all postseason long, all March Madness long, all college baseball long, all MLB long. The only sports channel you need to follow is right here. So go on ahead and subscribe. But the single most important thing that you can do for you, your wallet, go down below. My buddy Stan has everything that you need. You can even lock these plays in for absolutely free. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. There's tons of options for you guys, and a little thank you from me to you is that I'll give you a free 30 days of premium per sign up. So go ahead, get your free money, get some free premium, and start cashing out with us. You can use code FFAPE over on Sleeper, free $20, $100 deposit match, free squares. Bet 5, get 50 on Prizepicks. You guys can read, take advantage so you can build your bankroll without coming out of pocket at all, or very, very minimally, where you can get those deposit matches, those free dollars before you even deposit at all. Take advantage, sign up. It's literally the most important step in your sports betting career, is going out, taking all the sports books free money that they have to offer. So go grab one of these DFS apps and sign up with code FFAPE so you can lock these plays in for free. And if you want even more value, even more free plays, cheat sheets in the NBA and beyond every single day, go to that big, beautiful golden W. I drop premium plays over there as well. That's why it says VIP picks, but there's a great free plan, great free Discord, great community. So join the Winnable gang so you can get more free plays sent to your phone every single day. Now let's get rolling. Let's go over everything that we need to go over. There's tons of value in this video. We got a lot to talk about. And like I said, gang, we swept premium. We are now 6-0 on the sports books between Tuesday and Wednesday. Wednesday, we only had one play. We kept it light, a nice plus money play that I sent out to all the premium gang, and I actually sent it out live. Let me scroll on down so you can see exactly what I'm talking about, because I had a game plan going into Wednesday. I loved UConn against Providence. It was super tight. I will fully admit they looked like they were going to lose, and we got it done again in overtime, just like we did on Tuesday in that Kansas game. But what did I do? The odds were actually minus 400 something for UConn on the money line. I had a feeling Providence was going to pull ahead a little bit early. I honestly wish I waited a little bit longer. Hindsight's 2020, but we still locked in great odds with UConn, paired up with Clemson for that plus 113. If you locked it in before the game went live, before they went down, before we utilized the strategy that I had at hand, you would have actually gotten like a minus 130 payout on this play. Instead, you got nice plus money, because that's what we try to do for you guys every single day. And as you can see, like I said, we had a clean sweep the day before. It was absolutely beautiful. We've been making a ton of money. And not only that, but the free play, it cashed as well. It was beautifully crafted. Now, Asura Thompson, I couldn't find him. And then once I have this play locked in, his line did become available. He did hit his assist line. Cade Cunningham did not play in this game, but I still would have taken the Pistons against that kind of weak Chicago Bulls team now on a 3-game losing streak. and we cashed all the player props. Nice little plus money. Would have been a little bit more if Cade Cunningham went. Would have been even more if Asur Thompson's line was available for me. Hopefully you guys were able to find his line and lock in every single play that I gave out yesterday. And like I said, for the sportsbook play of the day, we should fully sweep. We will know probably by the end of this video because there's now 3 minutes left. We're up by almost 20 in that game with the Spurs versus the Lakers. You never know what can happen. Not going to say we won yet, but it's looking very, very good. And if and when we do, we will sweep yesterday's video. Now, before we get into the free plays, I do have one thing to say that I just need to say so that YouTube doesn't come after me. Gambling involves significant risk. There are no guarantees of profit, and you could lose some or all of your money. The content in this video is for informational, educational, and entertainment purposes only and does not constitute financial or legal advice. Past performance is not indicative of future results. We are not responsible for any losses that may occur as a result of using the information provided here. Viewers must be 18 or older or legal age in their jurisdiction to gamble. If you have a gambling problem, please seek help. Responsible gambling resources are down below, to include 1-800-GAMBLER. This video may contain affiliate links. We may receive a commission for signups made through those links. We do. I showed you. It's a great way to support the channel, and you get that free 30 days of premium. Not to mention, you don't have to come out of pocket for any of these plays if you just follow the guidance I have laid out for you in this video. Speaking of guidance, I called my accountant today. I wanted to pick the brain of my brilliant accountant, and I'm honestly going to need a lot of help this year because the channel's been doing so well, got a lot of extra income, not just the gambling income, and I need you guys to understand one thing. I know a lot of you guys are here because you're losing gamblers. Now, with the new tax law, you can't write off all of your losses. So if you break even on the year, you actually are going to owe money because you can only write off 90% instead of that 100%. So it's even more crucial that you start winning more bets. So you've come to the right place. Just wanted a little cliff note on that one. We're here. We're going to have a day. Thursday, the day we've been waiting for. I could not be more excited. It is the kickoff to one of the best weekends of the entire year to be a sports gambler. We're going to dig deep. We're going to dive deep into these plays. I got some player props cooked up for you guys. Let's talk about them. One of my favorite matchups on the board in the NBA on Thursday is the Minnesota Timberwolves versus the Cleveland Cavaliers. And I love Anthony Edwards in this game to have a night. I like him for 24.5 points. His line is a little bit higher. Wouldn't mind taking it at face value. Think he can score 30, but I love him for 24.5. He's done this in 8 of his last 10. He's averaging 30.7 in that 10-game span as well. 8 out of 10 looks absolutely beautiful for what we're looking at. And head-to-head, he's got some great statistical data against this opponent as well. Now, it dates back to last year, so take that with a grain of salt. But he does very, very well against this Cleveland Cavaliers team, who I think is a bit overrated, and I don't think are much of a threat in the East, if I'm being completely honest. I know Minnesota's a West team, but I'm just saying in the East, in the playoff runnings, they're definitely probably going to make the playoffs, but I just don't see them as one of the big teams to worry about. And I don't think the Minnesota Timberwolves are going to have to worry about them either. I love Anthony Edwards to have probably 30 to 32 points in this game. 24.5 seems super, super safe. We love what we're seeing from Anthony Edwards as of late as well. And as you can see here, not a ton of green checks, but they haven't really played too much competition. So the Cleveland Cavaliers, their best competition that you see on the screen, it would have been Denver, but with all the injuries, it is actually the Phoenix Suns. And Devin Booker did go over this 24.5 with 32 points, right about where I like Anthony Edwards to be by the end of this game. So we love Anthony Edwards, think he's going to clear this line with ease. We're taking Anthony Edwards here over 24.5 points. Next, one of my favorite plays in the NBA. Wouldn't mind if you lock in on a normal sportsbook where you don't have to pair this up with another play, to just take Rudy Gobert at face value here over 12.5 rebounds and assists. Nice minus 130 payout, but I love all these plays that I got in store for you paired up, and that's exactly why we did it. We're taking Rudy Gobert here. Like I said, over 12.5 rebounds and assists. Think that correlates very, very well with Anthony Edwards in that points department. He's averaging 14.3 over this 10-game span. He's gotten 17 last game, 14, 13, 14. You guys can read the screen. And Cleveland Cavaliers, yes, their defense is pretty good. in these respective departments. The rebounds allowed, assists allowed, 19th and 18th in the league. And even when you drill down here, they're actually better against that center position, 10 and 5. But I just don't see their big man matching up well with Rudy Gobert at all. I've taken their big man before, and he never, ever comes through. He's absolutely abysmal. I think these rankings that you're seeing on these screens are, quite frankly, horseshit. I love Rudy Gobert to be ripping down boards. I think he could get easily 13 rebounds alone in this game. So then when we sprinkle in the assists, it's just a nice little cherry on top. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. Yes, you see some red X's down here, but look at the competition that they faced lately and who's gotten the rebounds in the center position. Now, Victor Wembanyama, yes, a lot could argue that he's one of the most electric, definitely, probably, most likely the future of the NBA. He dominated the boards with 17. His backup, Luke Cornett, got 12. Mark Williams on the Suns got 11. Paul Reed got 12. Rudy Gobert is a rebound machine. I do not think that they are going to be able to stop him. You can read up here as well, 6 of his last 7 games at home, he's actually blown this number out of the water. 16.3 rebounds and assists game average at home. We absolutely love it. We're taking this all day long. This is probably my favorite NBA player prop for Thursday, and we're just going to add it in here, sprinkle the rest on, and call it a day. Because now we're going over to the Heat and the Bulls game. And by the way, quick little note, the Spurs just won. We swept yesterday's video. Let's do it again in this one. We're taking Coby White over 14.5 points. Pretty much right where the line is set. We like it. 14.5, super, super doable. He's averaging 15.7 over his last 10 games. He's only 6 for his last 10. Had 2 pretty bad games against Boston and the Timberwolves in his 2 most recent games. He is a little bit banged up. He did not play on Wednesday. I do think he suits up on Thursday, and I think he's their best option. Josh Giddey's out, and that should mean Coby White will be running point guard. He's a very versatile guard, so I think he's going to be in that role for the majority of the game. And as you can see here, the Heat in points allowed, 21st in the NBA, 26th in the NBA in that point guard department. Let's just say he's shooting guard. They're a little bit better there at 12, but I really do think he's going to be running the point a little bit more in this matchup with Josh Giddey sidelined, and we absolutely love Coby White to have a game. And they're on a 3-game losing streak, and I don't think that's going to last long. I do not think the Heat are good enough to go into Chicago and extend that losing streak to 4. So I guess a bonus free play. I don't know if I'm going to lock it in, but I would be willing to take Chicago in this matchup. And as you can see, he's averaging 19.5 against the Miami Heat in their last 4 matchups. Now, again, grain of salt, that's going all the way back to last season, but we still like him to get it done against this team on Thursday. I love what Coby White has done. I know he's got a little bit of a skid, along with the Bulls just having a little bit of a skid, but with their best scorer out, Josh Giddey, someone's going to have to step up, and I think that someone is going to be Coby White. Now, I'm only giving you 3 in the NBA today, but you can also get a bonus free play over on Sleeper. What do I mean by free play? It'll be something like LeBron James to score 1 point. You can add it to this play, make it a 4-man, and when you use code FFAPE, don't forget you get that free $20, that free $100 deposit match, and a free 30 days of premium plays. Send all of that to the number below, all the screenshots, the proof, and I'll send you back the code for the free 30 days. And don't worry, I will be on the phone all day long. I got a ton of text messages. I will be answering everybody so you can get all of the plays for Thursday and this weekend. So don't fret. They will be answered. I'll even get my assistant on the line answering text messages if I have to. My assistant being my wife. I'm a one-man show here. I don't hire no employees. But that's what we got in the NBA. Now we're going to switch gears, and I wanted to switch gears, separate these plays a little bit because, one, I'm going to be honest with you. I live in New York. I can't actually play these next player props because I cannot bet on college football player props. Wish I could, but I can't. But I've seen tons of value in these. I did research for you guys, and I absolutely love these next 2. And it kind of goes along right with our sportsbook play of the day. So we'll break down these 2 player props, and we will also break down exactly what I think is going to happen on this Thursday football game in college football. And we're going with Trinidad Chambliss of Ole Miss to have over 27.5 pass attempts. As you can see here, he's done it in his last 5 games. He's done it in 9 of his last 10. He's averaging 34.6. The Miami defense gives up a ton of pass attempts. Why do they do that? Because their defensive line is so damn good that teams are just forced to throw, and I think that's exactly what's going to happen in this game. I think Ole Miss's only shot, and I'm not a college coach. Those college coaches are college coaches for a reason. They're a lot smarter than you and I. That's why they're out there coaching the team, and I think that he knows that they're going to have to push the tempo in this game. Ole Miss is going to have to push the tempo. They're going to have to try to slow down the big guys up front, and that means giving it to their best player and letting him do what he does at a fast pace. And let's not be stupid here. Trinidad Chambliss is going to be the best player on that field on Thursday. He's an absolute stud, and I think they're going to utilize him to the fullest extent. Wouldn't even be mad at you if you took him for a little bit of rushing yards as well on Thursday, but I really, really like his pass attempts here. So we're going with Trinidad over 27.5 pass attempts. And we're correlating him with his wideout Harrison Wallace over just 2.5 receptions. Line set super, super low. I just think that the books don't think that Ole Miss is going to be able to get a lot done. I don't understand why this line's so low. Hopefully it's not a trap, but he's averaging at 4.1 over his last 10 games. He's 6 for his last 10. He just got 9 receptions against a very, very good Georgia Bulldog defense, and they're going to have to do a lot of the same that they did against Georgia to be in this game, possibly win this game here, and I fully expect them to be airing it out. I know that they have a great running back on Ole Miss. I just don't know how much space he's going to be able to get against those big boys up front. And like I said, I think they're going to be pushing the pace a lot in this matchup. So we're going with Harrison Wallace, correlating those two. You can pair them up with whatever else you like, but those are my favorite 2 in college football. Harrison Wallace over 2.5 receptions. And here is the sports book play of the day for college football playoffs between Ole Miss and the Miami Hurricanes. I love this matchup. It's not the one everybody expected, but it's the one we got. And honestly, I couldn't be happier. This college football playoffs has been great. Just the fact that it's not the same old teams there that are there every single year. I think whatever they're doing and they need to keep doing, they definitely got some tweaks that they need to make to the format and all of that good stuff. But we love the 4 teams that are here in the final 4 of the college football playoffs. I might even be sprinkling a little bit on the money line here for Ole Miss. I know the Miami Hurricanes have been playing excellently. They're definitely built better as a whole, as a team that could potentially win the whole entire thing. That defense is absolutely elite for the Hurricanes. I just think that with everything going on at Ole Miss, Lane Kiffin leaving the way he did, I think they're going to have the boys ready. And I think they're going to be pushing that tempo. And I'm willing to bet Trinidad Chambliss, who I believe is the best player on that field, is going to get it done. We're backing the best quarterback that is in this game, and that is Trinidad. The best player, in my opinion, that is in this game. Trinidad Chambliss. Couldn't be more excited for this matchup. Also, Carson Beck, I just don't fully trust him. I do trust that Miami Hurricane defense. I do not think it's going to be easy. I'm definitely leaning under. I do think it's going to be a very, 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 very tight game that comes down to the final minutes of this game. So I'm willing to bet that Ole Miss either wins this game or loses by a field goal in the last minutes. I absolutely love Ole Miss plus 3.5. So that's what we're rolling out for the free play. Now, there's tons more that I actually like a lot more than this, but I do have paying members, guys. I'm sorry. I can't give you my best play for this game. If you want it, you know how to get it for free by signing up for any of those apps, or when you lock this one in for free with code FFAPE on ONYX, where you get $15 without depositing. And then when you deposit just $10, you get $100 in bonus bets. It's the best promo on the market. Take advantage of that. And if you do, take the screenshot, send it to the number below, and I'll send you a code for a free 30 days so you can get my favorite plays for this game, because I do have one that I just don't see a path for it to lose. So get on over there, take advantage. But for the free play, I still love Ole Miss enough to give it to you guys, because I don't just take a play just to take a play. I have to believe in it for you guys to get it. I don't just hand out losers. I mean, yes, we lose sometimes. That's the inevitability of sports gambling, but we are extremely, extremely profitable, not only on this channel, but even more so in premium. So take advantage of all of this that I put out for you guys. And we're taking Ole Miss, boys, plus 3.5. I just think Trinidad's going to get it done. I think the football gods are mad at Lane Kiffin, and it's going to be a lot of fun to watch. So we're taking Ole Miss plus 3.5, putting $100 of my own money on this play. And if and when that cashes, $85 will go to one of you that likes and comments below. That's what we got for Thursday. I cannot wait for all of this. I don't think I'm doing a good enough job to explain how excited I am for this weekend. It's going to be amazing. So hop on in. I forgot to say it earlier, but if you, for some reason, have all these apps, can't get any of these apps, use code NEO, N-E-O. You'll get 67% off the week pass. So you can get this whole week and a little bit more. So you'll get all the big games for 67% off the week pass. Super, super cheap. And the reason it's code NEO is because I literally feel like I can see the codes of the Matrix right now. We are on such a burner. It's not going to end. I'm seeing the board immaculately, and I cannot wait to cash out with you guys all weekend. So hope to see you over there. If not, thanks for riding with me, at least on the video. Let's smash that like button. Let's have a day. I hope you cash all your plays on Thursday, even if you didn't get them for me. Thank you, guys. We'll be back on Friday, and we'll definitely be back all weekend long talking about the NFL. I literally could not be more excited. I am super, super giddy. Let's get after it. Let's have a day. I'll see you in the next.